The San Francisco AIDS Foundation was formed in 1982 to answer the pressing needs brought on by the AIDS epidemic. The foundation provides a variety of services, including information and referral, education, and direct services for people with AIDS and AIDS-related conditions, also known as ARC. One of the most widely used of these direct services is the food bank program. This unique program has distributed free supplemental groceries to hundreds of people with AIDS and ARC. Most of the people who receive food from this program have little or no other resources for food, and most of them have never had to rely on any kind of public assistance before. Catherine Meyer is a social worker at the foundation.
When a person is diagnosed with AIDS, if they have paid into Social Security through the federal government, they can get up to $1,000 a month. If they haven't paid into Social Security through the government, they are entitled to $533 a month from SSI. However, people with ARC who do not have an AIDS diagnosis receive $303 a month from general assistance. Now, it's almost impossible even for people who are receiving up to $1,000 a month to pay rent and expenses and have a basic quality of life that's above poverty standards.
I was an executive director of a health fair project and had been doing this for 11 years before I became sick. And I've been unable to work for 2 years and have run through absolutely everything I have, savings in all aspects.
The food bank has pretty much of a special meaning for me. I first became involved with it when I was a healthy person in the summer of '85, and of course at that time I had no idea that 10 months later I'd be diagnosed with AIDS myself and would be dependent on the food bank. My Social Security doesn't really go very far after rent is paid and telephone bills and PG&E bills and gas for my car and so forth. If I didn't have the food bank, I mean, by the middle of the month I'd be eating at St. Anthony's dining room.
I got to the point where my disability ran out, my bank account ran out, and I had no resources whatsoever to support myself. I had to apply for general assistance and food stamps, and between the time I did that, I had literally nothing to eat. I was referred here by the Medi-Cal worker at Ward 86 at General Hospital, who gave me a letter of introduction, and I was scared stiff to come here because I'd never had to come to any place like this before. And I was greeted with a smile and a hug and a card to be filled out and to say I could come back every week and get a bag of groceries until my situation improved.
Debbie Jones is the supervising social worker at the foundation.
The food bank supplies an invaluable service to people with AIDS and ARC, specifically because it is an immediate program. It can be accessed right away. We have a food stamp worker who comes to the foundation who will take an application for people with AIDS and ARC, but oftentimes the stamps take up to two to 3 weeks to be received by the person so that he or she can redeem them in some kind of grocery outlet. So the food bank is there so that if I have a client who comes in that day and is hungry, he or she will be able to eat that day, whereas with other food service programs, that may not be the case.
Hank Tavera is Director of Social Services at the San Francisco AIDS Foundation.
Social Services at the AIDS Foundation, I think, does very concrete and tangible work with AIDS and ARC clients. And among all the services that we perform, I think the food bank is at the very heart of what we're all about here. It is a very tangible and concrete way of helping our clients in an area that means survival for them.
People with AIDS and ARC who have incomes of under $670 per month can use the food bank up to once a week if they need to, after presenting proof of their diagnosis from their physician. The environment of the food bank is much like a corner grocery store. Shoppers come in and present an ID card to a volunteer. They are given an inventory sheet to fill out as they shop. Every time they use the food bank, their shopping card gets punched for the week corresponding to their visit. While shopping, clients must fill out their inventory sheet, which also functions as a list telling them what their limits are for each food item. Shoppers may select their own food items, but they cannot exceed the limits on each individual item. They also cannot take more than one bag. When they're done, their groceries are bagged by a volunteer. In October of 1986, 662 bags of groceries were distributed to people with AIDS and ARC. All of the food is community donated. Cash donations to the program are used to buy wholesale groceries to keep the shelves stocked. The program is currently distributing over $10,000 per month worth of groceries and toiletry items. The food bank carries food items that are geared specifically for people with AIDS and ARC, such as this product called Ensure. This soy-based high-calorie drink is often recommended by healthcare practitioners for people who are losing a lot of weight or who can't eat. The food bank also supplies vitamin C powder and spirulina as immune boosters. The food bank is supported by community efforts in a variety of ways. Food drives are held at offices, at entertainment events and concerts, at private parties, and a variety of other social gatherings. Some individuals bring groceries on a regular basis as a personal pledge. David Stolberg has been donating groceries every month to the food bank for 3 years.
I am not married, I'm not supporting a family. I feel, therefore, that I should give a minimum of 10% of my earnings in charitable contributions. And actually, in the last year, I've tried to do more than that. I feel very strongly, and I talk with friends and acquaintances about this, and I feel that the AIDS Food Bank is one of the best places that you can make such charitable contributions because of its immediate and obvious need and its immediate use by those who are significantly left out by our governmental system now. Without the food bank, many would have a very great difficulty in supporting themselves while they're suffering the ravages of this, probably the worst plague our society's faced in a good many generations.
Another longtime supporter of the food program is the Vibrant Health Center on Market Street. The store has donated thousands of dollars worth of vitamins, also offers a discount to people with AIDS and ARC carrying food bank cards, and has been a drop-off point for grocery donations for 3 years.
Here in our store, we see people every day that have AIDS, that have just been diagnosed with AIDS. Like most people, we all have friends, people that we care about, people that we love that have AIDS, that we've lost to AIDS. And we feel so strongly that there's so much to be done. And sometimes it feels like there's so little that we can do, that we're capable of doing to help these people and to help the whole AIDS situation in general. We, from our end, appreciate the food bank being there because we feel that there are so many people that feel lost, that feel they don't have people to help them or people that care about them. And when they go to the food bank, they come back to us and they say, gosh, we got so much information and so much help. And so it makes us feel good that we're able to be a center, a donation pickup center for the food bank, and that we're able to make things a little easier and a little better for people who do have AIDS.
The food bank is staffed by many dedicated volunteers.
Volunteering for work at the food bank, I think, is an attractive idea because it's direct, it's immediate, and it's not bureaucratic. That's what I really like. I can see myself going out, I can pick up groceries, I can bring them back to the food bank, they're stocked, people come in, they pick them up, they go home and eat them. It's immediate.
I've been working in the food bank for 2 years, and I've been knowing so many people that now they're not with us, and make me sad, but also make me happy to think that I helped them once at least. There is so short time that the only thing that you can do is just give a hand to somebody, because one day somebody's gonna give it to you, and that's when the thing goes awry.
I don't know, these guys get everything stripped away from them so fast. You know, their health, their security, their homes, their family, everything. It just keeps just being ripped away from them. And if I can help them just make it just a little bit easier during the day, then I feel better about it. I feel good.
When I first came into the foundation, I was very nervous. I was very a lot of things were going in my life, and I came through the foundation, and then I started working through the food bank, and it's helped a lot.
The food bank can be satisfying to people on both the giving and the receiving end of the program.
What makes me feel good about working here with people with AIDS and ARC is that I get to see people at their very best. I get to see them without masks. They get to see me without a mask. Nobody has time to put on the facade that we usually don every day to go out in the world. I see people who have chosen to live every single day for the rest of their life the best way they can, with a lot of unconditional love and acceptance and support. And to be a part of that is very special to me.
People are working here because they want to do something about the epidemic, because they've experienced AIDS or ARC in their own lives or in the lives of their loved ones. And I think you'll find a level of commitment and care here at the foundation that you won't find in most places.
It's the friendliest place in town to shop.
All the funding, all the donation for the food at the food bank is all community donated. Everything is a complete community donation. We don't get any money from the state. We don't get any money from the federal government. And it's a terrific feeling to know that our community can band together as one and come up with this incredible resource for food to feed over 200 people every week, year round. It's incredible, and it's something we should be very proud of.